Hello everybody, and welcome to a brand new series that I'm going to be doing on this channel. This is going to be building the Enterprise B in Minecraft. I'm building this on the Trekcraft server. If you guys have never heard of it, it is the longest running sci-fi shipbuilding server on Minecraft. We specialize, most of us, in building Star Trek ships, and I'm specifically tackling the Enterprise B. Here you can see me building out Deck 4, and this is where we're going to kind of start our series. It's a little late in the process. I thought it would be interesting to at least start with this, which you can see here. I'm just building out some of the deck lines that I need to separate out rooms. You can see that on this level we have the computer core, we have turbo lifts in already. They are denoted by yellow markers around the center. And that entire structure in the middle is the computer core. And here you can see me creating some more lines so we can separate out these spaces area. That pink line, more of a magenta line running around the forward side of the saucer, that is going to be the plasma conduit leading to all of the phasers on the top of the saucer. Trying my best here to narrate what's going on. It's not the greatest voiceover ever, but you know, we're doing our best here. But yeah, you can see I've now cleared out the center area where the computer core is. The computers are those two circles just in the very center of this deck that you can see there. You can see off on the top of the screen I'm cutting out these lines I've made a little bit more so we can clean it up a little bit, kind of get that plasma conduit a little separated out nice and easy. You can see we're going strong with that. So background, the Enterprise B is probably one of my favorite ships. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's because it's one of the Enterprises that a lot of people like forgetting about, and you know, no one really ever wants to build, so I've taken it upon myself to try to build it out and give her the justice she deserves, because she is a ship named Enterprise, so she deserves a little bit of a nice go over, and that's what we're trying to do here. My goal with it is to try to make it look like this is how the Enterprise B should have looked at the beginning of Generations, if we had seen more of the ship, but since we only really saw the two rooms, it's kind of hard to determine how the whole ship itself is supposed to be laid out. So yeah, you can see me cut. You can see now I have that plasma conduit kind of surrounding my rooms. It's entirely sectioned off from the rest of the deck, which is great. And we're just cutting out those spaces a little more. You can see I've gone ahead and cut up those center rooms in between the turbolift and the outer edge of the computer structure. And I'm now just going around and cleaning up the outer edges of everything. After this time lapse, we'll go into a little bit of a tour so you can see what I've done off camera. And yeah, we'll continue on from there. Anyways, in this clip, you can see me continuously working on trying to figure out this plasma conduit, kind of cutting out some lines here and there just so we can get it ready to be placed fully into the deck. And yeah, this should bring us just about to the end of this short little time lapse. And then we are going to switch it up, and we're gonna head into the game here in a second. Let's do that. Okay, guys, and welcome back to the server now. As you can see, we've done a little bit more work on this deck. We've got a few more corridors laid out in here. I can actually take you inside these now, so you can see the style that we're going for with this. It's a nice little style I came up with. It looks like a nice bridge between what we were going to put on the Enterprise C and what we see on the refit in Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. So this is what we have. This needs to be fixed. That's fine. Yeah, so here we're going to have EPS conduits running through the decks. This is this is eventually going to be a transfer room to get to the systems bay when I find a system to put in there. But we're going to show you what I have going on out over here, which is we got escape pods going along this red ring that you saw in the video. This is just where they would be stored at. Yeah, this is also where they would launch out of. They would launch out of the top of this deck, and there would be one more escape pod right below them on the deck. This is deck 4, so this would be deck 5. So yeah, you can see a Jeffries tube is going to go in right here. That's what this orange block is. And that will snake around this deck out here. It's eventually going to... I'm probably going to cut it somewhere so it can make its way to the impulse engine and impulse engineering, which is this little section right here. As you can see, this is going to be like the triangle room you kind of see in TOS, but it's not going to be the exact same. It's just a nice little marker for me, and you can see the reactors for the impulse engine. But that is essentially what we have going on this deck. Let me take you on a little bit of a tour of what we've done in the other decks. So this is mainly there's a few quarters here. There's mostly quarters, a few offices, systems bays for minor life support and stuff like that. And top of the impulse engineering back here. This is going to have a lot of executive quarters because you need to have spaces for executive officers to relax and sleep when they come on the B to be transported to places. We'll move on to some of the other decks so you can see what we have going on. This deck over here, this is what we call the Hell deck because it is the most surface area on the entire ship we have to fill out as builders. There is a lot of space that would need to be filled out on this deck, and we can see a little bit of what we got going on. Some segmented areas here. You have a transporter room right here. And that would go down to get to the systems below it. Computer core here. It's going to have a large system on this deck going down to the deck below. Not exactly sure what this system will be yet, but we'll figure it out. Apparently it's structural integrity. This is the cargo bay. And you can see we have a lot of escape pods that are going to be on this deck. If we come up to this deck, the cargo bay is 2 levels, which is nice. And if we come up here, you can see we have some more executive offices or executive officers' quarters because we have these nice outer windows here that I didn't want to waste. I didn't feel like they should be like lounges or things. I felt like those should be like prominent quarters. If we come here, you can see actually the cargo bay in its full 2-deck style. This is where the door is, or one of the doors, and the other door is over here. We're gonna have some nice little storage lockers here, kind of like personal lockers for like the captain or something. Senior officer storage locker, like I said, senior officer storage lockers on either side of the ship. In these areas, one of them might get combined into one larger locker for like the captain, and then this is just like a little pass-through area. You can see we have it to where on this deck the cargo bay goes like this, but you can still fly your work bee above. That's kind of cool. You can still come out to the outer ring here, and you see some work bees just parked here. And yeah, this is kind of what we got going on for the ship. Let me show you the actual ship itself, which is just right over here. We got some warp coils and RCS thrusters built in over here. And we have the shuttle bay all built out already. And we have the cargo bay getting worked on. There's a lot of little minor things being built all over the ship in all reality, but these are just some of the major areas that I've been working on. They're really like space fillers and helps me get a grip on what all's going on. You can see we also have the warp plasma conduit to the nacelle all in, and we have in engineering up here. There's actually a better version of it on the deck, on this deck pulled out of the ship, but that's not important for this. You can see down here we have some cargo bays, and a lot of this is just going to be systems decks down here to help support the ship. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this minor overview of building the Enterprise B. You can see here we got an MSD. But if you want to come visit this thing, I will link the Discord and the website in the description down below. Go check it out. Go join the Discord. Come hang out. We are always interested in chatting with the fans of the project, and we are also always looking for more builders to come and join us. So if you're interested in that, just come on down, and we'll see what you got. Anyways, guys, this has been Admiral Aquino. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be sure to put out more like this in the future. Peace out.